action, the penultimate day's action of the ISPL Master Franchise Tournament East Zone. And we are at a very critical juncture of the match when play stopped yesterday. Team 9, they were batting yesterday when torrential rain hit us here in Kolkata, and they were at 22 for no loss when play stopped. They had won the toss and were going great guns before everything was brought to a standstill. There was a huge storm here, and we have got the pitch ready once again for this very crucial match. And we are beginning from that same point. 2 overs, 22 runs, Team 9, and they're at 22 for no loss. Just information about the current match conditions: 6 overs per team. We have reduced the match to. So 22 for no loss, and they have 4 overs to bat from this point of onwards. Very critical juncture of this match, but we are on day 2 of this match because rain completely played spoil sport yesterday. There was a huge storm as well, and we are very lucky that the ground staff have got situation under control and prepared the pitch for action today. सभी को स्वागत है आज के एक्शन के एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हिस्से में हम लोग हैं अभी, और मतलब कल 2 ओवर बैट किए थे टीम 9, 22 रन तक पहुंच चुके थे जब बारिश आ गई थी, तूफान आ गया था यहाँ पे कोलकाता में, और कोई एक्शन संभव नहीं था उसके बाद। आज वही से हम लोग शुरू करेंगे। टीम 9 22 रन बना चुकी है 2 ओवर में टीम 13 के अगेंस्ट। ये बहुत ही क्रूशियल मैच है और नॉकआउट टूर्नामेंट आप लोगों को पता है जैसे। तो 4 ओवर अभी बाकी है क्योंकि 6 ओवर पर साइड का मैच का रिवाइज कंडीशंस है अभी देखना है। टीम 9 कल टॉस जीत के बैटिंग लिया था और काफ़ी अच्छा बैट भी कर रहा था, तब सब कुछ बंद हो चुका था, बंद हो गया था, और आज वही से वो लोग टेम्पो मेंटेन कर पाएंगे या नहीं, या टीम 13 के बॉलर्स कुछ जादू दिखाएंगे। Action will begin very soon here. The teams are all set. The pitch has been prepared by the ground staff. Just a reminder, Master Franchise Tournament Eastern Zone of the ISPL. And this is the penultimate day of action. Remember, tomorrow we'll have the final, the grand final of this competition. And these teams are battling it out for a place in that final. And the final will take place right after this match. Ultimate day's action. Final day's action going on. As I was saying, this was a virtual semi-final. This will be a virtual semi-final. Team 4 is awaiting. Right after this match, we'll have a 6-over final because we don't have enough time to have an 8-over match. Yesterday was supposed to be the culmination of this match, and we have been forced to take this virtual semi-final into the final day of action today. This is the final day, day 6 of the ISPL Master Franchise Tournament Eastern Zone. 125 players will be selected going through from this zone at the end of the auction rounds. All set for the action to commence. 22 for 1 from 2 overs. With the ball, Vinay Kumar. Anit Samant and Tulojit Mondol batting for Team 9. Was pitched up and they're coming there for the second. That was very good running. And I think the fielder was caught unawares. And they stole a second there. Good running. There was a full toss and straight down the throat of the fielder at deep in wicket. And the wicket falls. Anit Samant trying to clear the boundary at deep mid wicket, holds out. Shahrukh, I think, was the fielder there. Crucial juncture. This is the virtual semi-final, as I was saying, and the winner goes straight to the final, which follows this match immediately. Team 4 awaits there to face the winners of this match. Final day of action of the Ispl Eastern Zone MFT. We'll have a winner today of this tournament. There was an appeal there, but the umpire is not interested. Inzamam ul Haq is the new batter in. Remember, the team representing the Eastern Zone in Ispl is the Tigers of Kolkata. Follow them on all their official social media handles. Hit hard, could be another catch. Yes, it is. One more wicket for Vinay Kumar. No real power in that shot. Pretty easy catch for deep square leg. So this is what happens. They were going great guns 22 for 1 yesterday when the storms and the rain hit the city, and they're struggling to find momentum, any kind of tempo, restarting this innings with a 6 over margin. They don't even have 8 overs. Gets tricky. But that's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles in this sport. That was pulled, but with no real conviction, and a pretty easy catch. Well taken, smartly taken there. दोस्तों आपको याद दिला दें कि ये एक वर्चुअल सेमीफाइनल है. टीम 9 versus team 13. Winner plays the final today against team 4. Right after this match, immediately after this match, the grand final of the MFT Eastern Zone ISPL will take place, will commence. और हर प्लेयर पॉइंट्स के लिए खेल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. हर रन के लिए 1 पॉइंट है. विनय अभी 2 विकेट उठाए. हर विकेट के लिए उनको मिलता है 20 पॉइंट्स. तो 40 पॉइंट इसी ओवर में उनको मिल चुका है. यही तो खामियां है, खासियत है. ये खासियत है इस टूर्नामेंट की कि प्लेयर्स को पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं और अपनी खामियां पे वो लोग काम कर सकते हैं इंडिविजुअली एज वेल एज अ टीम. End of that over. Pretty eventful one. 2 wickets falling there, and Team 9 are now reeling at 25 for 3. Good over that from Vinay Kumar. Dot balls aplenty and 2 wickets as well. So he goes up the leaderboard there. Remember, fighting for those 125 coveted places from this zone. 1,000 players in total from 8 zones will move ahead. 6 overs per team, the revised conditions, because Kolkata was hit by a sudden thunderstorm yesterday. That's really made our plans go awry. And now there's a huge discussion going on at the center. Tournament is all about strategy. Individually, as I was saying, players can improve. That's the goal. But there is a tournament winner as well, playing for team pride as well. And these teams have known each other for 6 days now. They came as strangers, they became a family. Yet to see a 9-runner today. That extra special shot that goes not just past the boundary, but out of the ground. This is that crucial over, one of the beauties of this format, the challenge over, where you need to score 10 runs minimum to get half of those runs you scored. And if you don't manage the 10, you get a deduction of half. So crucial over this, and they've also taken it as the batting power play. So yes, things will hinge on this over for sure. Shah Rukh Khan, who took that catch a little while ago. We have two players with very famous namesakes here. Shah Rukh Khan bowling and Inzamam ul Haq batting. Let's see if they can live up to their superstar namesake status. Lobbed up, should be an easy catch at mid-on. Yes, Shah Rukh gets his man. Slightly slower, fuller ball on the leg stump. It was there to be hit, but Inzamam doesn't just get the distance on that shot. He got the elevation and a pretty smart catch. So the fielders are on point here right now. One more wicket crumbles. 25 for 4. And Shoshikanto took that catch at inside the circle itself, running towards mid-on and taking that pretty smartly. 3 wickets have fallen since the action began today. Right from where we left off yesterday, 2 overs for 22 and 1 wicket lost was where the batting team stood yesterday. And they have really struggled since then, which I expected, because it's sometimes very difficult to gain momentum instantly. And now Team 9 are at 25 for 4. You're watching the final day of action from the Ispl Master Franchise Tournament Eastern Zone. Today we get a winner, and some players significantly climb up that leaderboard of individual players heading for that auction. The final will follow this match immediately. Good length ball flicked away down to fine leg for a single. So Shivam gets off the mark. Team 9. What kind of score are they looking for? Shot outside off stump, cut away upishly, and it's found the gap there. Fielders running back. Has it crossed the ropes? It has. So very well placed shot there from Abhi Singh, and an uppercut right between the gully and short third man fielders. They need those runs. This is that over that determines if they get past that 10-run mark and get a bonus, or they concede a penalty. So he has to go big here. Shot again outside off stump. Misses that cut. Dot ball, precious. Team 9. They've got 5 runs. They need more. That could be a massive hit. Yes, that is the one they were looking for. The 9 runner. And they crossed that threshold of 10 runs. Brilliant shot. Pickup shot as they call it. Slightly short of a length. An off stump, off and middle. He just swiveled onto it. Abhi Singh. A brilliant hit. Changes the complexion of this match totally. And he goes again, but this time he has got more elevation than distance. Falls into the gap though. And the fielders also making a hash of it. And has he made it? He's gone to the third umpire. Could be a close call, but 2 runs for sure. We await the third umpire's call on this one. And looks like the batters made it home safely. So great running, slightly untidy fielding. The deep hit wicket and long on fielders both ran for it. The crucial bit is they used that challenge over to get past their target thanks to a 9 runner coming from Abhi Singh. And the third umpire said that is not out. Great over that for Team 9. They were struggling when the third over was bowled. श्रोताओं, इसके बाद ही फाइनल मैच होगी. आज आखिरी दिन का मुकाबला चल रहा है यहाँ पे ISPL मास्टर फ्रेंचाइज टूर्नामेंट ईस्टर्न जोन. So after the bonus runs have been tallied, 50 they have reached Team 9 right now. Pretty good score from their 4 overs. So they have actually put up 28 runs in the 2 overs they have batted. Could be a potentially match-winning position, putting Team 13 under immense pressure. And Mehtab Khan will bowl this crucial penultimate over, 5th over. Remember, we are playing a 6-over match because of curtailed playing conditions due to the inclement weather yesterday. Goes for that signature swivel towards the leg side, and Abhi misses that. $50 for 4. Surely they will be going for 70 or even more if possible. And that could be a steep target in 6 overs. Hit up in the air and again falls in no man's land between the mid off and long off field, extra cover and long off fielders, but he has casually strolled towards the non-strikers and been run out. Bit of a casual attempt to complete that run, and this is Shaurya Chaudhary handing over the mic to Liam, who has just joined me in the comm box.
Thank you, Shaurya. Eventful first few overs of the day. For a second, we thought we wouldn't be able to have much of cricket, but 6-over match making an already very exciting format even more exciting. And of course, big cash prize up for grabs. If you win this game, you go into the final. We heard the captains at the toss yesterday. One of them surely motivating his team, thinking of that cash prize. The other a bit more nonchalant about it, but it's got to play on your mind, don't you think?
Of course, that's a big motivation. And the final follows immediately after Liam. So this, whoever wins this one has to gear up again. So will that be a factor, you think? And Team 4, they've been waiting for a long time for this final.
play and a miss to get another dot ball. I think it's definitely very going to play a big role. I actually think the side who wins this one will have a bit of momentum going into that final.
Absolutely. You don't want to wait too long in the wings as well. Team 4 has been waiting for a long time, and this is just a 6-over match.
Another swing and a miss, and Team 4 will allude to that kind of momentum because they themselves won 2 games on the trot day before yesterday, and that's what got them into the final. So they know how advantageous it is to play back-to-back games and carry that momentum forward. In the slot again, goes for a big one. 3 dots. He's given it out. It was a delayed response from the umpire. Checked with the square leg umpire as well. And they've deliberated, and what would have been a third dot ball in a row results in a wicket, which is even better. This has been a great over by Mehtab.
How the tide turns, Liam. The challenge over went perfectly for the batting team, and now they're again on the back foot. But they've already crossed 50. That is a psychological barrier to cross, in a 6-over format. But you never know what's going to happen now.
Most definitely, especially the fact that in the last couple of games, 8-over games, we've had around 60 as the target or the total set. So in a semi-final like this, anything above 55-60 will be really good. They'll be looking for that one last niner though. That'll really help. Of course, there's a point system as well for every player. Catches, run-outs, wickets, stumpings, dot balls, they all count for something. Gets you higher. It's all about, of course, getting your points system and your points higher, giving you a chance to make it to that qualification. Another dot ball, brilliant from Mehtab, and that'll close out the 5th over. 51 for 6.
Viewers, the grand final of this tournament, immediately after this match. We can't wait for it, can you? Follow all the social media handles of Ispl for all the latest updates of this very extensive player selection process, the affiliated tournaments, the master franchise tournaments. And the last over begins of this innings. Hit high and right down the throat of long on, will be out. Was in the slot, slightly good lengthish, and he didn't get to the pitch of the ball there. One more wicket falls. So Liam, you were here yesterday when that huge Titanic storm hit. How was the atmosphere?
I ran away because it was drizzling. It was, of course, overcast for a while, and then suddenly started drizzling. Then it got a little heavier. We called the game off, and as you know, it's been really hot, so all of our phones are out of battery. So I was just getting in a quick 5-minute charge, and after that, it started to really swirl around. It didn't rain, but then decided it's better off to just get away from the ground. Now bright and sunny though. Short ball, was it wide enough? Yes, it was. Delayed, but the right call from the umpire. Yeah, we've had it all in these 6 days. Storms, heat waves, but we keep going. And kudos to the ground staff and the ISPL team for making sure that the games go through.
The indomitable spirit, as they say, of these players, these organizers, and tries the reverse hit there and doesn't connect. They can get an overthrow run here, and they will. No one backing up there, Liam, and crucial run stolen there. An extra conceded because I think that was of the thigh. I think it didn't hit the bat. So 2 more runs, I think, added to the kitty. 54 for 7. I think they're still heading for a pretty competitive total, but they might need some lusty blows towards the end.
I think a 9 can change it all. That's how important of a role it plays in this format. Goes for it, but instead it's the stump uprooted. Great delivery from Rohit, who has been so impressive with the ball in this tournament.
It's a classic you miss, I hit scenario. Keep it on the stumps, keep it full, slightly faster, and the wild swing was not connected with. And Rohit picks up his man. I think he deserved that wicket with that kind of a delivery. Pitched up. And in street ball cricket also, the basics, street cricket, the basics are the same, especially towards the death overs. You bowl it fast, you bowl it accurately, and the batter misses. Yes, gone. Tigers of Kolkata, remember the name. That's the team that represents the Eastern Zone. And another piece of information for our viewers who follow this league very passionately, the next leg of the Master Franchise tournament will be in Hyderabad. Next ball loading. Crucial ball as well. Full, and he just lobs it back to the bowler. No connection at all. And Rohit picks up another man on a hat-trick, Liam, now.
We've seen quite a few nearly hat tricks, but can Rohit get it? I think this is the best opportunity because the players are going absolutely gung-ho at everything. Brings in the bowls, the catches, opportunities. I think this could be it. So we spoke so much about the weather, the clouds, the skies. Will the stars align for Rohit? Already 2 and 2. This is a hat-trick ball. Rohit steaming in. And he gets it! There's the hat-trick for Rohit. A couple of bowls and a caught as well. And that's the first one we've seen in the East Zone MFT. Rohit Roy gets 3 in a row.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man. The crucial final over of this innings, and Rohit is hitting the stumps with a bullseye. So accurate. The middle stump uprooted. Back of a length ball. Cutting back in, and the batter had no response. A hat-trick. He's pushing his team towards the victory. Remember, after the challenge over, the batting side were on 50, and we were expecting a total of around 80. And they've only scored, I think, about 4 runs since then. The wickets have fallen like 9 pins. What a day of action we have had so far. Half day of action, you might say, because a lot still to come. What a hat-trick that was. 2 bowls, 1 cotton bowl. So the bowler playing a huge role in his own victory there. And Rohit picking up 3 wickets on the trot and going up that leaderboard as well. He might be heading towards a man of the match performance as well. You never know with that hat-trick, and if his team prevails in this crucial semi-final. Remember, the final follows today. Right after this match, Team 4, they have been very dominant in this tournament, and they await the winner of this one. That promises to be a cracker as well, provided the rain gods are kind to us.
Yeah, I think it's cleared up quite a bit. Might expect a bit of rain later in the evening, but there are different finals to look forward to in the evening, as football fans would know. But that being said, we should get through the games today. So we'll be back soon with the second innings.
मार्किंग अभी बंद कर दीजिए चाचा, अभी खेल शुरू होगा। ओ दादा, सभी को स्वागत है इस सेमीफाइनल की सेकंड इनिंग्स के लिए। काफी दिलचस्प जगह पे ये मैच अभी पहुंच गई है। सेकंड इनिंग्स 6 ओवर की मैचेस होंगे आज दोनों ही, क्योंकि बारिश के वजह से कल रात की भारी जो बरसात हुआ था यहाँ पे कोलकाता में, उसके वजह से आज के 2 मैचेस ही लेट शुरू हो रहे हैं। पर ग्राउंड स्टाफ ने काफ़ी अच्छी काम किए हैं और पिच रेडी किए हैं, और अभी आउटफील्ड भी बहुत प्रिस्टीन लग रहा है, बहुत सुंदर लग रहा है, और काफ़ी धुआंधार एक्शन देखने को मिला हम सबको आज के जो 4 ओवर्स हुए हैं, क्योंकि 2 ओवर में 22 कल बैटिंग टीम बना चुकी थी, आज 4 ओवर वो लोग बैट कर चुके। एंड नाउ वी ऑल सेट फॉर द चेज इन दिस सेमीफाइनल। Remember, whoever wins plays the final immediately after this match on this final day of MFT Eastern Zone ISPL, the Master Franchise Tournament, Day 6. Final day, Saturday here, a very sunny Saturday. Remember, this is a two-pronged bonus format for the players, individual points as well as team glory. All to play for, as they say. The chase will begin. 6 over per team are the revised conditions. And it begins. Smashed away into the gap. Was in the slot. The fielder from mid-off goes back to cut it off. Pawan Kumar opening the bowling for Team 9. Team 13 chasing 55 to make it to the final from their allotted quota of 6 overs. Sukura Patra.
Target is 55, by the way, 6 overs. Short and wide and too wide. And every run, of course, will be cheered by the chasing side.
Slapped away. Foolish ball onto the leg stump, and he'll just get a single. Lots of boundary riders in the leg side as expected, and deep mid wicket will keep it down to 1 run. So Sachikant will be on strike for his first ball of this innings in this crucial semi-final. Team 13 chasing 55 to make it to the final on this final day of action of MFT Eastern Zone Ispl.
And of course, the fielding side as well cheering every dot ball because that will build the pressure. 55 to get initially of 36 seems easy in the context when you have nines, but when pressure hits in a knockout game, funny things can happen. In the air, fielders under it, and that's what I meant by pressure building. Easy catch, and now a bit of a lull in the dugout. But they've got to stay positive. It's a long 6 overs when you put things into context.
Yes, Sachikant feeling the pressure. That ball was not in the slot. He tried to muscle it over mid-off. Only got the elevation, of course, as it so happens in cricket. Not much footwork either, not coming down the track to meet it on the full. Relying on his hand-eye coordination and strength. Not enough there. And a smart catch as well. So, yes, Team 9 making the right start. Defending their 54. It's very important how the challenge over pans out, even in a 6 over context. I think it becomes even more important. And the bulk of those 54 runs actually came via that super 50-50 over, where the nines, where the 9 was hit, that elusive 9-run hit that Liam was talking about.
Oh, that's been given a wide. Tanvir not too happy behind the stumps, but you have to accept that.
Tad harsh, that call, but good delivery that from Pawan. Yorker length almost, and always difficult to get those away.
And this would be a really good over if he can close it out without a boundary. Already 5 of the first 5.
As expected, the two fielders out are at deep mid wicket and deep square leg. So midland leg might be the right way to go about it. And for the batter, the offside is open.
A quick single taken, a direct hit, and he could have been in a problem, but I don't think so. End of the first over, 6-4-1. Well ball, Pawan.
So 6 for 1. Chasing 55. Team 13 didn't really get going in that first over. Now Ankit Yadav to bowl the second over for team 9. Remember, they're defending 54. Fine delivery that. Beats the outside edge. Slight movement away. Foolish. Outside off. If you're just tuning in, final day of action of the Eastern Zone Master Franchise Tournament of the Ispl. We'll have a winner today at the end of the action. Just tapped away into the covers and just a single there. Singles won't get you to the total, but yes, of course, you need to keep the scoreboard moving in any format of this game. Team 4 awaits the winner of this match for the grand final that follows immediately.
Yeah, all to play for, of course. Big cash prizes as well. More points in the ISPL affiliated tournaments. That's a nice Yorker appeal and fingers raised. Another big wicket for Team 9. Ankit Yadav with an absolute beauty of a delivery. Got it to shape inside. LBW is the call and it's 7 for 2.
Liam, for cricket purists like us, these kind of in-swinging Yorkers, even with a tennis ball, they're a thing of joy and they're also so effective. That one swung in beautifully and trapped the batter right in front of those 3 sticks. The batter had no response. Beautiful left arm pace bowling. And there's a gentle breeze here telling us that even the tennis ball can swing if the conditions are right, if the technique is good. There is no seam, but there is swing. Another efficient Yorker from Ankit, who has the wind in his sails, his tail up, beats the batter.
There's something about left armers with that angle in, as you said. Of course, more with the white ball, with the tape ball, but with the tennis ball, if you can get the angle correct, then it just skids through. Sometimes it plays a little heavy, sometimes it plays a little light through the air, depends. But 2 early wickets, that's exactly what they needed after putting 55 on the board. And you know what they say, runs on the board in a knockout is always helpful. Another full ball, straight to mid-on for a single.
He has been very consistent here in this over. Full Yorker length, very difficult to get away. You need to really get under those balls to hit them out of the park, and they need some of those niners, desperately right now.
And also the fact that everybody's looking only for a 9 doesn't really help the cause. Sometimes you have to rotate. Oh, that's a beauty. Stayed slightly slower. Almost played the ball early. And after the second over, it's 8 for 2. The score is 8 for 2. And just coming back to the point, sorry, about runs on the board in a knockout. I think runs on the board, that fallacy has been broken this year after we saw the performance yesterday in the IPL. And of course, when you have teams with the opportunity to score 9 runs in a ball, then it's almost always doable. That premonition of, oh, you can only get 36 in the last over, that also flies out the window. Of course, that's an unrealistic claim, but here 36 can come within 4 shots, so it's a different format.
teams stay in the hunt for much longer, I would say, especially with the ability to hit 9 for each delivery. And if you can hit that at the right juncture, you never know what's going to happen. So Prakash Kumar will be bowling this third over. Single from that first delivery. As Liam was saying, you can't really expect to hit 9 of all the deliveries. So keeping the scoreboard ticking is always a boost in any format of the game. And that's hit pretty well. Quite a good heave into the gap as well. And doesn't go over the fence. Pretty poor running there, Liam. They only took a single.
Much to the frustration of the dugout. Not easy when you have to watch on, especially in a competition like this, because let's face it, these are players who know each other a little bit, maybe here and there, but they're not teams made from before, so they're all individuals coming together. That's a wonderful reverse hit. Fielder is there. The bounce could help him. He keeps it in. Batter has lost his bat, but they'll only take 2. This is a suicidal third run, and that'll be run out. He didn't even have the bat in his hand, and I can see the tactics because they've got the likes of Rohit who are up next. So they wanted the 2 runs, plus they wanted their more experienced batters to go in.
But do you think so much calling out from the dugout can, interfere with the thought process of the ones outside? Once actually doing the running? The zest might get in the way sometimes.
Yes, it did, and actually they don't mind. That is what I'm trying to say. They don't mind getting the 2 runs, risking the third.
I understand. Yeah, of course. You want the other batters to come in. They might have a better chance of hitting out, because once these players get bogged down, the balls also dry up.
Absolutely, and you got to feel for the batters. Of course, he's played a good shot there, and then he's gotten run out. Really good piece of fielding in the deep.
Yes, a relay fielding effort there, much akin to what happens in modern cricket.
And that is a very big anomaly, Shaurya, because this run out involved 4 people.
Yeah.
One who tapped the ball back in, the other person threw it to the keeper, then the keeper threw it to the bowler. So one of the few times you'll actually see 4 people involved in a relay throw, which is actually the amount of people you need in an actual relay.
Absolutely, good one there. And they won that race. The next ball. And yes, a wild swing, pretty good delivery that pitched up onto the stumps, hitting the leg, and they steal a leg by.
And just to add to that whole relay analogy, it was over before it started because he dropped the bat or the baton.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're going really deep into this athletics analogy here. One team dropping their baton and also losing out on the race as well. Shot is outside, off, pulled away, just short of long on. Just short of long on there. Pull with not a lot of conviction. And they get the runs. Not happy with the fielder's effort. I think the wicketkeeper expected him to attack the ball, probably make it into a catch, which didn't happen here.
I think with someone like Rohit who can hit at will, you've got to try and take those catches. Almost halfway through here, this innings, and 1 ball to go in the third, only 14 on the board. They need a few big hits starting from now. And that's been put down. I think that was an edge. The reaction of the bowler and the fielders says it all. Put down by the skipper. They won't tell him too much.
Prakash Kumar losing out on a deserved wicket there. But they keep the run rate bogged down and really struggling here in this chase for now. The challenge over might set the cat amongst the pigeons, but right now they're going at a test run rate. Now the crucial decision needs to be made. Will they take the challenge in this one or the next one?
So this is the over that could change it all. The batting power play and the 50-50 challenge over has been taken. Rohit is on strike. I would think he's going to try and face all 6 balls. This is where the spot in the final could be made or broken. That's a poor delivery to start off with. Wide, should have been smashed away. But you get an extra ball.
So Team 9 really had a very good 50-50 plus batting power play over. That really propelled their scores, and Rohit would want to make a similar impact here. Shot outside off stump, cut away. No, that is not the shot they want to hit right now. He needs to go and go the distance and beyond the distance. If you are talking about traditional cricket, go out of the stadium.
That should be a no ball. They've cut it away. Running away towards the fence. And that'll be 4 as well to add insult to injury. This is going to be a huge over. By the way Arijit has started, it's not looking great for him.
I mean, that was a pretty good shot as well. He waited for that waist high ball outside off stump. Actually, late cut it to the third man fence. Got his bat there and used the pace of the ball. Good cricket and bad cricket from Arijit as well. So, yeah, the pressure's definitely on Arijit right now.
And that's another one. A 9 off the free hit. And big celebrations from the dugout. That's a huge one in the context of things and the shot itself as well.
Yes, that's where we have seen those big niners disappear into the leg side and outside the ground. And also a no ball. The ball has also been lost. Yes. This was a free hit. used to perfection. Yes, this is that over. That's turning the game. And that's a wide. The pressure is really on Arijit Mahata here. He bowled a no ball that was cut down to the fence, and then that huge 9-run hit followed from Rohit's willow.
And many people might not know, Shaurya, that it's not only the fact that you choose when to take the power play and the 50-50 challenge over, it's also the fact that you can choose the bowler. So that is actually also a huge factor in it.
It looks like they've chosen the right bowler as well. He's really struggling. मनोवैज्ञानिक दबाव अभी काफी है, काफी हद तक अरिजीत महाता के ऊपर है और जोर का है बल्ला चला वहां पे, धुएंधार बल्लेबाजी, ग्रेट प्लेसमेंट एज वेल, ब्रिलियंट शॉट.
Wonderful shot by Rohit. We're checking whether it's a 4 or a 6. It was very close. And a boundary has been given. But still, what a performance from him. Arijit doesn't really know what to do, and it could all finish in this over actually if he gets another couple of big hits, because remember they will add the total as well after this. He'll get a few bonus runs. Short ball again, leaves it alone, and Maninul was trying to take a single there. I don't think that's happening the way Rohit is batting.
And I don't think they need the singles.
Requesting Team 4 captain to be ready for the toss to come towards this side. We'll have the toss right after this game finishes.
And slapped away again over the infield onto the offside. Another beautiful boundary, making a meal of this bowling, making it look easy, effortless, and taking his team to a deserving victory here. Very efficient handling of the challenge over here. Tries a reverse hit, and this one evades the willow.
So of course 40 on the board right now, but we will get around 13 runs more. So it, in fact, this could be the ball that finishes the game.
Edged, and I think he has got an edge there. No, not out, but a dot ball nonetheless. Much too late from Mahata though. And he's out. Yes, there was an edge, it seemed. What a great innings that. Yes, he has to depart. Yes, there was a huge nick there actually. Went for that slash. But I think Liam, job well done by Rohit. What a fantastic piece of power hitting on both sides.
Wonderful display. I said that he's the key, and eventually the decision to put him in via the run out really helped. Big hits, and of course got a hat trick as well. So he'll be having a chat with one of us after this.
For sure.
So 53 on the board, 2 runs to win. Should be a comfortable victory after that wonderful over. 26 of it plus 13.
What an over. And that is the beauty of this format. One over. And if you get it right, if you hit it from the screws, you can take your team from a hopeless position to a winning position. Bold. Pretty good. Fast Yorker length delivery. So Manirul Hassan has to depart. That was a good delivery. They needed some of those in that challenge over, though. Absolutely creamed the bowling to all corners of the park. There, Rohit in that over. Fine Yorker coming much too late in the piece. So they'll take that single comfortably. Can they come back for the second and finish this off? No. So we can say in a few moments, Team 13 will be taking on the might of Team 4. What a battle that promises to be. Some great key players in both sides. And final two really savor follows this match immediately, Liam.
Yeah, it will be a really good final. Momentum, of course, with this team. And that should be that. That's the victory. Rohit, Aditya and their side make it to the final. And they will be taking on Team 4 and will head into the prize distribution instantly.
That was a thrilling semi-final, and Team 13, they made it to the finals. They'll take on Team 4, and a wonderful match. And we have a deserving man of the match, Rohit Roy from Team 13. He'll be handed his prize by Ratnesh Oja from Team Ispl. Please, sir, do the honors. Rohit, please come and accept your award. आइए आपसे थोड़ी बात करते हैं। आज एक हैट्रिक से आप शुरू किए, बॉलिंग जब कर रहे थे, फर्स्ट हैट्रिक आई थिंक इस टूर्नामेंट की। उसके बाद बैट से भी बढ़िया एकदम प्रदर्शन। क्या चल रहा था आज माइंड में आपका?
सर माइंड में यही चल रहा था कि खुद पे मैच लेकर खेलना है और फिनिश करना है, और बहुत सारे लड़के जो हैं काफ़ी दूर से आए हुए हैं, तो ये उम्मीद लेकर खेल रहे थे कि किसी तरह फाइनल में जाना है ताकि एक एक्साइटमेंट गेम हो। और जिस तरीके की टीम्स बन रही हैं हर जगह, आप भी देख रहे हो, तो बैलेंस करके चलना होता है हर कुछ। तो मैं अपने आप पे मैच लेकर खेल रहा था, और हमारे 2-3 बैटर बहुत अच्छे हैं जिन्होंने आज परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि मैच पहले ख़त्म हो गया। बाकी फ़ाइनल में भी हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हम अपने प्लानिंग के साथ ही खेलें और हम जीतें।
आप बहुत जिम्मेदारी लेकर खेलते हो। जो हैट्रिक भी था, आप 2 बोल्ड किए, कॉटन बोल्ड किए, और जब बैट कर रहे थे टीम होपलेस सिचुएशन में था, पर आपको पता था चैलेंजर में अगर आप लगा दे बॉल को तो मैच घूम सकती है। तो यही क्या चल रहा था, जिम्मेदारी क्या आपका मोटो है जिंदगी में?
यस सर, मैं बिल्कुल गेम कभी भी खेलता हूँ तो कॉन्फिडेंस में खेलता हूँ, और ये मुझे विश्वास रहता है कि अगर मैं खेलूँगा तो आई होप कि मैं टीम को जीत दिला सकता हूँ। तो मैं अपने आप पे मैच लेकर खेलता हूँ। रही बात बैटिंग की, तो सर जैसे ही हमें टारगेट मिला था 55 का, हम लोगों ने यही प्लानिंग किया था कि 36 गेंदों में हमें 5 नहला मारना है। यही टारगेट था हमारा, यही चल के हम खेल रहे थे, और उसको हम लोगों ने एग्जीक्यूट किया।
फाइनल के लिए स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं पूछेंगे, टीम 4 काफी कड़ी एक टीम है, पर कितने कॉन्फिडेंट हो आप लोग? ये जीत सकते हो, कैश प्राइज मेगा विनर हो सकते हो आज?
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल कोशिश करेंगे। टीम 4 एक अच्छी टीम है और हम चाहेंगे कि हम उन्हें हराएं। और जो गेम प्लानिंग हमारी रही है वो तो रहेगा ही रहेगा, लेकिन टीम 4 के लिए हम लोगों ने एक अलग प्लान कर रखा है।
We'll see what that plan is. The final follows right after this presentation ceremony. Stay tuned. Thank you.
We're all set for the grand finale in the ISPL Master Franchise Tournament East Zone. It all comes down to the two teams. It is Trishanu's Team 4 versus Aditya's Team 13, who just won the semi-final. I've got the umpires with me as well. We're all set for the tip-top toss of the final. Requesting both the captains to take their spot. And on my call, starting with Trishanu, tip. Okay, top, tip, top, tip, top, tip, top, tip, top, tip, top. It's getting close. Tip and top. So Aditya has won the toss and a bright smile on his face as well. Aditya, what would you like to do?
I would like to bowl first.
Of course, a fantastic chase just now. You don't have much time to enjoy this win. Of course, it's a big achievement coming to the final. But what are you looking forward to in this final?
Our strategy will be same, what we have used in the earlier games. So there is no any changes, and we will perform as what the situation demands.
And lastly, of course, we know that different players have come together to make a team. How happy have you been with your team from match one to now the final?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with my team. Our boys really played well in both the department, bowling, batting, and fielding. So we would like to definitely we would like to win this tournament.
And well done. You've also led them very well. Best of luck for the final. Shanu, same goes for you. You've led your team very well. आपने बहुत अच्छा खेला, बहुत अच्छा से leadership इस्तेमाल किया. How are you looking forward to this final, especially after watching the 6 over format? Any changes in strategy?
स्ट्रैटेजी कुछ नहीं है, मतलब जो खेलना है वैसे ही खेलना है। 6 ओवर का गेम है, तो हम लोग सबको खेलना है, सब खेलेगा अच्छा तो ही टीम जीतेगा।
Lastly, रोहित ने पोस्ट मैच प्रेजेंटेशन में बोला है कि they have a different game plan for Team 4. I won't ask you what the game plan is, but have you thought about your game plan for Team 13?
नहीं, वो लोग हम लोग से प्रेशर में यही अच्छा लगा बस।
Well, that's definitely exciting. All the best for the final. So that's the news from the center. Aditya and Team 13 have won the toss. They will be bowling first. And this final is going to be a cracker. So stay tuned. We'll be starting in the next 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Kolkata. The grand final of the Eastern Zone Master Franchise Tournament of the ISPL is about to commence here. This is Shaurya Chaudhary welcoming you to the stadium as Team 4 battle it out with Team 13. I'm joined by Liam Bain for this crucial final. A big cash prize on the line. And the passions are on the line, ambitions are on the line here as these two teams battle it out. 6-over final, because rain had played spoiled sport yesterday and the ground staff have done a remarkable job. The organizers of the ISPL have done a remarkable job to get this final on course on this final day of action. Two great teams. They have won convincingly through to this arduous road and to this great occasion where Team Glory also reigns supreme. Team 13, they won the toss and they inserted Team 4 into batting first, which seems a canny decision. It's a 6-over match and the chase went pretty good for Team 13, with Rohit really batting beautifully during that power play plus challenge over that really set the cat amongst the pigeons. Can he do an encore? Remember, Team 4 also have some brilliant big hitters and good bowlers up their sleeves. So this promises to be a cracker-jacker of a final.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It all comes down to this one. The final of the Master Franchisee Tournament of the ISPL East Zone will be starting off. And what a way to start off with captain versus captain. They just went ahead, or rather went head to head with each other in the tip-top format. Aditya coming up trumps on that one. He'll be bowling to Trishanu. Both of them have led their teams very well, as I congratulated them for the same during the toss, and now it's over to them.
एकदम सही बोल रहे हैं लियम. दोनों कप्तान बहुत ही अच्छी मैच्योर कैप्टनसी किए हैं. First ball cut away by Krishanu. Get his team off the mark here.
And also at the toss, Shaurya, we saw a wry smile from Aditya when he won it, because let's not kid ourselves, it's a big toss to win.
Absolutely, with the format also being curtailed. 6 overs per team. Good delivery, that. Sharp. Fizzes off the pitch. Beats the outside edge. Dot ball.
Goes for a big heave towards mid-wicket. Should be just the one. And you can see that the outfield has become a lot slower after a lot of rain yesterday, especially at around 3 to 5 in this region. Ball not bouncing as much as it was in the last, or in the first few days.
Full on the offside, off stump. And he opens the face. Krishanu, mature batting there. He's just settling into the circumstances. They haven't played a game yesterday. And keeping the wickets intact and then going for it. Good bowling, that. Pacey stuff outside off stump, back of a length. Defeats Animesh, going for that flashing cut.
So far, so good. From Aditya's point of view, could be the catch, and it's taken. Aditya, the skipper, strikes. And that's another wicket that falls. And this is the spirit of the tournament. Tanveer, who was in the opponent in the semi-final, is now fielding for them because they're one fielder short. Great to see.
Team game taken to a whole new level. Teams coming together. And yes, Aditya deserved that wicket. I think he bowled a brilliant over there. Gets the outside edge, gets the wicket.
One thing is there, we being, of course, big fans and players of the past as well. Everybody loves fielding. Even in this heat, everybody loves being part of the team, loves fielding, loves contributing in whatever way they can.
My favorite part of playing cricket was fielding, I just loved running around, diving around, taking those catches, ground fielding as well. It's just a pure joy of athleticism. That is what fielding is.
Absolutely, and same for me. And a lot of these players are enjoying themselves fielding. Of course, this is unlike other places where you do get points for fielding, but Tanvir, not part of the squad, won't get these points, but at least he's part and parcel of the spectacle, the grand spectacle that is the final. Harsh comes in after a great first over from Aditya, went for 3. Full ball straight to him, dot to start, and 2 points more for him too.
Yes, crucial, those dot balls for the bowlers, picking up valuable points for themselves. Checks his drive there, Krishanu. No runs. Travels too fast to the cover fielders. And that is well hit into the gap on the leg side. Yes, it bounces over the fielder. First boundary. Very well hit, cross-batted heave there. Ball was up in the slot, Liam.
You're not the best of deliveries. They've got to cash it in on whatever poor deliveries are there. Krishanu has in the past gone for a few big hits early on and struggled after 1 or 2. I think playing along the ground could really help him score big. Good delivery there, wide Yorker from Harsh. Bit of a cat and mouse between the batter and the bowler. You love to see it.
Krishanu's batting technique does stand out in this tournament. Pretty classical in many ways. And then capable of that as well. What a brilliant hit. Shuffles to the off stump, takes it on the full, then slams it away. A slog sweep to perfection.
From classical to contemporary, that is what Krishanu is about. That's what the ISPL stands for. You've got a mix of trademark cricketing shots, textbook cricketing shots, and then shots where you'll find in your backyard, in the streets, in the neighborhood, all coming to the fore.
And 9 runs, the first of the final, comes from the captain's willow. Up to 16 now, team 4. Pressure on the bowler. Overcompensates. Wide off. Full outside off stump and a misfield there. So easy single.
Yeah, decent comeback there from Harsh. Not easy to bowl to the likes of Krishanu. 2 overs gone, 18 for 1 in the first innings of the final. All to play for here at the ISPL Master Franchisee Tournament in the East Zone in Kolkata. It's our 6th day. It's been hot, it's been humid, it's been stormy, but it all comes down to this matchup between Team 4 and Team 13. 2 of the strongest squads we've seen so far. And make sure that you get set for the next Master Franchisee Tournament, which is in Hyderabad, coming up. Follow the ISPL social media to know what's happening there. Follow the Tigers of Kolkata to have all East Zone affiliated tournaments updates as well. Time for winner is over. Number 3. Crouches a bit there, Krishanu, just to get himself under the ball, which is a fantastic way of doing things. Even the shot he played was quite a decent Yorker from Harsh, but he just managed to get under, so that crouching Tiger technique of Trishanu really working.
Absolutely, you get a lot of potential energy, as they say, and you using the depth of the crease, making it into a full toss. Another low full toss, flicked away there by Shantanu. That's off the mark. 19 for 1. Remember that crucial challenge over awaits us very soon. We'll have it 6 over per side in this grand final. As Liam was saying, follow those official handles of both Tigers of Kolkata and Ispl for all the latest.
A full ball. Trishanu would have wanted to cash in on that. Hits it straight to mid-off.
I call this the itchy technique. Batter roaming about his crease, crouching, trying to destabilize the bowler, and that is a brilliant pull. Another 9 run. Yes, he is destabilizing him. All right, that sat up. He pulled it perfectly. Another 9 run. Captain playing a potentially match-winning innings as well.
Brilliant stuff from Trishanu, and as the late great Dean Jones would say, batting like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Yes, a cat with lots of style. The catwalk coming to the fore here from the captain.
Already 29 on the board. 2 balls to go. Does the same thing again. This time tries to cut, but he's shuffled across so much that it won't be a wide. It'll be a fair delivery. If Vinay can finish this over with just 11, it'll be a really good one.
बिल्ली की जैसे नाजुक, शेर के जैसे पावर यहाँ पे कृषाणु दिखा रहे हैं.
So that was there to be hit, but Krishanu, I think, just premeditating that he wanted the strike rather than anything else. And he does get the strike. Could have been hit for 6. 30 after 3.
So this is that over we were all waiting for. The power play and the 50-50 have both been taken by Captain Krishanu. He's facing Shah Rukh Khan. Make or break over. They've got a good start. Now let's see what happens. Yes, brilliantly hit, but no, the elevation wasn't there, and he'll just get a single there. One bounce to the square leg fielder. He got it off the middle of the bat, but no, the elevation wasn't there. So just a single. So this is that over, Liam. You were right that he was taking that single just to get himself set for this over, but now he's off the strike.
That's a good Yorker. And oops, Trishanu somehow manages to get through. My word, that is absolutely epic. I think somebody has been given out. So let's see who it is. Absolutely catastrophic.
Yes, there was a slip involved, and I think Shantanu has sacrificed his wicket for his skipper, which I think makes sense. And Krishanu had haired down to the striker's end. There was no run there, and Shantanu then had to run. Quick thinking to get the captain on strike. He has been hitting the ball brilliantly. But now all the pressure on Krishanu as well to get past that 10-run mark.
Yeah, he might as well have not taken that single on the first ball. At least he'll have somebody around to help. And you've got a feel for Shantanu, but a team man, you want to go all the way, you want to win it. Sometimes once you make it to a final, I think that selflessness has to come in. You've got to want to win the final, even if it's going to sacrifice maybe 40 of your points.
Interesting bit of stat. They have reached 31. 28 of them have come from Krishanu's willow. And well hit on the first ball. And he's dropped the catch as well. That is a poor miss. It was well hit, but straight down the throat of deep square leg. It was a low full toss.
It was Aditya on the boundary. He did well to cover, but then put it down. Would have been 2-2 for team 13. Rakesh is very nifty with these shots, as you can see. First time of asking, but Aditya's quality, I think he should have taken it.
Yes, these are the two big hitters and in form as well. But dropping that and also giving away so many runs in this crucial over, 6 runs. He had actually parried it over the rope. So this could be very crucial in the context of this final. Very good comeback. That ball beat the bat, all ends up. There was an appeal as well. Very close to the inside edge. Slightly keeping low. And Rakesh beaten, all ends up.
Short ball, that's a great bouncer. It's a wonderful bit of bowling. Just skid through there from Shah Rukh. He's also one of the standout performers in this tournament. Just crept up. And he didn't expect it to come through so fast, did Rakesh?
Very zippy bouncer from Shah Rukh. Injecting pace. And this ball will determine whether they get the bonus runs or a negative. And he stoppaged it. Another bouncer there. They'll have to go. But it will only be 1 run. So they get 8 from that over. And that will be a negative deduction. By our calculations, 4 runs. We'll update the score very soon. So that is a turning point as well. 34, exactly 38 they had reached. 8 runs from that over. And they'll end up with 34. So that challenge goes against Team 4.
And that whole idea of Trishanu facing the deliveries just didn't work. So that has backfired. And to make things worse, I think for the batting team, Rohit will come in. He's going to bowl this one. He's going to try and dart those Yorkers in and stop Krishanu and Rakesh.
Kudos to Shah Rukh as well. What an over. Especially towards the end. He could have got a man. The catch was dropped. That went for a 6. And then 2 brilliant bouncers. And Rakesh, the man in form, was completely bamboozled. अभी रोहित जो हैट्रिक किए थे लास्ट मैच में सेमीफाइनल में, अब बॉल करेंगे. बहुत ही बड़ी रन अप है उनका. स्टंप्स में रखते हैं बॉल.
darts it in. What a great shot towards the covers. They'll stick to one. Could have come back for two, but Krishanu having a bit of FOMO at the other end.
Krishanu wants to do it all today, but last over that plan backfired. Now, Battle of the Titans, I would say. Rohit versus Krishanu. Pitched up full ball, lofted up towards long off, would only be a single. They need more than that. And now Rakesh will be back on strike. Score has trickled along to 36 for 2. 2 runs from 2 balls so far. Hat-trick man, as I said, the man of the match from the last match. He also batted brilliantly, a match-winning challenge over. Now the third ball.
Hit down the ground, long off is in position. This is super bowling from Rohit. He's very quick and he's bowling full. Not easy to get under the ball.
Well, during the post-match presentation from the last match, Rohit told me that we have different plans for Team 4, and obviously didn't reveal them to me. It seems very simple but very on point as well. Full, fast. These two top batters of this format struggling to get it away.
Another fantastic Yorker, a bit of a misfield. And maybe they're just not wanting to go for it against Rohit and keeping it for the last over, but I don't know if that will work. After such a good start, it's been really good couple of overs from Shahrukh and Rohit.
That's the beauty of this format. It changes so quickly, the fortunes. Now Rohit with his 5th. Full and swept away towards fine leg. There's protection. The fielder is close to the pitch and they actually don't take a run. So a dodge ball, priceless. So he didn't get a hat trick. No dynamic event in that over, but he has been very efficient as well. Just 4 runs from his 5 balls in what is the penultimate over of the first innings of the final of the Master Franchise Tournament, Eastern Zone of ISPL. Last day, day 6. We are bringing you the action live from Kolkata. Huge run up. I think that's the longest run up I've seen in this tournament.
He'll have to go back and restart at his run up once again because that was a wide. He's almost going to cross the road there.
True that. And Rakesh canny enough to leave that on its way. So yes, has to re-bowl that. Still no big hits coming from this over. Fast and accurate, that's what he is.
Swept away. Fielders are there. Nonchalant stop at the boundary. And that will be a dot ball. And Krishanu now will take strike for the final over. 40 for 2 after 5.
And the final over begins. A lofted hit there. Going between the fielders. Long off running to his left. And Krishanu will pick up 2. They're a couple.
That won't really bother the fielding team. Mehtab coming in for his second. Swept away again. Fielder should comfortably stop it. And Rakesh has been batting decently well, but Krishanu tells him, time to sacrifice. I am going to take strike. You got a feel for Rakesh there.
I mean, Krishanu has been playing it like an individual sport for a while, this final. He wants to do it all. And I think Rakesh is more than capable of hitting those nines. But let's see, the captain has made a gamble.
I think so too. He's taking the tennis ball out of it and just keeping the tennis, playing it like an individual sport.
The French Open on. That is also being played with the tennis ball in searing heat.
Hopefully he doesn't play a few French cuts. Well, if it goes for 4, you won't mind.
A French cut for a 9. Is that possible? And hit hard onto the leg side. He's not even taking those singles. Is there a desperation in that strategy? He's not taking runs at all. They were 30 and they have crawled from that point, Liam.
Yeah, it's just not working. Let's see what happens in the next few balls. Comes across, edges it, and now takes a single. This time doesn't try the same thing.
लियम, मुझे तो थोड़ा बिजार लगा कैप्टन की स्ट्रैटेजी लास्ट 2-3 ओवर में. वो सिर्फ खुद ही स्ट्राइक लेना चाह रहे हैं, 9 रन मारने की उनमें क्षमता है, पर जो स्ट्रैटेजी बैकफायर किया है.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gone down too well. Eventually 34 of 20, which is good, but not good enough when you've taken so much of the strike and inflicted runouts.
Yorker outside off stump. And yes, now Krishanu is run out. There was no run there. And what could have been a very challenging total is becoming a mediocre total by the ball. That Yorker getting an inside bottom edge there, and the single was not available. So Krishanu's very interesting innings that, yes, as that ball trickled down to the wicket keeper who had a shy and a direct hit at the stumps. So no runs and a dot ball. And the final ball of the 6 over innings, loading. Let's see how many Team 4 end up with at the end. So that's the end of the first innings, a damp squib of an end, we must say. Not many runs coming in the back end. They end up with 43 for 4, Team 4. With Krishanu off the strike, there wasn't much hope of runs coming. And a brilliant bowling performance towards the end from Team 13, reducing and restricting Team 4 to just 43. That last ball again being a dot ball. The new batter had no hope there of, and he got an edge. 6 overs, 43 for 4, Liam. What do you reckon?
I reckon it's not enough. They have enough batters in the in the chasing side, especially the likes of Rohit, can do it alone, but I wouldn't want him to take that onus upon himself. Just a few runs here and there, and they could chase and be the champions of the East Zone.
So
the final chase of the ISPL Master Franchisee Tournament East Zone here in Kolkata. 6 days of grueling cricket, exciting cricket, wickets, niners, and everything in between. All comes down to this 44 to win in 6. It's time for the chase.
So full ball on the middle stump, pushed down to the mid-on region to open the mark. Remember, Team 13 need 44 runs from their allotted quota of 6 overs to win it all, as Liam was saying. 6 days of grueling action, and it all boils down to this.
Goes for a swing. Was that an edge? And it is an edge. A subdued appeal because they knew that it struck the edge, and the first wicket falls already.
Bharat Bhushan, who has bowled really well in this tournament, pacey stuff, full ball outside of stump, and he gets the tickle from Sachikant's willow. So a good start there. They don't have many runs to play with here, Krishanu's men, and they need those early wickets. But 44 might still be pretty gettable if they get a good challenge over in. It might be over earlier than anticipated, but a lot of cricket still left to be played in this grand finale. ISPL MFT East Zone coming to a culmination today at Kolkata. आप लोग जरूर ISPL की सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स फॉलो करें लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स के लिए, और टाइगर्स ऑफ कोलकाता जो टीम ईस्टर्न जोन को रिप्रेजेंट करता है यहाँ पे ये टूर्नामेंट में ISPL में, उनके जो सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स है उन्हें भी आप जरूर फॉलो कीजिए. Foolish delivery, swinging in onto the off stump, poked it away. Defensive shot there, not something you see very often in this format. Trickles down to the leg side, just a one on the scoreboard. 1 for 1. Team 13 chasing 44 to win it all, get that cash prize, and get their players some good points as well. Obviously, Team 4 have also collected substantial number of points throughout this tournament because of the good performances. Hit high, full ball, and should be a catch here. Rakesh coming in from mid-wicket. Yes, he does it. Smart catch there. Waits for that ball.
And subdued celebrations, Shaurya, because we have seen this format enough now. The batters have to go first, then your all-rounders come in. Most of the experienced players are the all-rounders, and they are slightly better batters than the batters themselves. So that's why they know the game is not done yet, and this helps the batting side because they know the better batters, no offense to the others, will play more of the deliveries. So hit out, get out, that's the motto. But when you're coming in with all the pressure on you, knowing you have to score more of the runs, that is where the bowlers have to strike. It's a 1 for 2 after 0.4 overs. Good start with the ball.
Indeed. That's a good point there. The all-rounders may rule the roost. They have done so in this tournament with the willow. 1 for 2 right now. Bharat Bhushan picking up 2 wickets. And it's a no ball. Seemed like a good delivery, but he has overstepped.
And that'll be a free hit, and most of the batters are swinging freely no matter what. They would love to get a few boundaries from the first few batters rather than rely only on Rohit and Aditya, etc. Shahrukh too. Goes for a big swing, misses. Bharat has been really good in the tournament, and now that you look at it, the best sets of players have made it far into this final. Of course, some good performers lost along the way. Now it's who performs the best in the final. Last ball of the over.
Again, a swing and a miss. So tight over comes to an end there. Guru Prasad not really finding his timing. That ball hits him onto the body, some in swing there, and pretty nice over that. So good start for Team 4, defending a pretty below par total. They need their bowlers to shine, and Bharat Bhushan has given them the ideal start. दूसरी ओवर ऑफ स्टंप के बाहर, सुंदर शॉट, बेहतरीन कट, पहला बाउंड्री। बहुत ही सुंदर बैटिंग अर्णव बॉल कर रहे थे और पात्रा की वो शॉट था और काफी अच्छा सुंदर क्लासिकल बैटिंग। Again, it's short and wide, keeps slightly low, and they get a bye because the batter had missed the ball. It had gone to the keeper, who had obviously not collected it cleanly. So the scoreboard moves along to 7 for 2. Shukura Patro being the first boundary of this innings. Team 13 at 6 for 2. The target is 44. Now it's moving on 7 for 2, and again a miss. Swing and a miss there. Trying to hit that ball too hard. There, Guru Prasad Arnab, who has already been the player of the match and picked up a flurry of wickets, but he has had his ups and downs as well in this tournament. Very young bowler, and he gets a dot ball there.
Played away towards the offside. That'll be a quick single. As we know, it can all change in one over, especially in the fourth, where they can take the batting power play and the 50-50 challenge over.
That's the event over of this format. Short, too short, I think. No, the umpire lets it go. And yes, it's a wide. Too high. Real long hop there. Bowled into the pitch, trying to slow it down, of course, make it difficult to hit. But that balance sometimes goes awry, and that's called a wide. Sailing over the head of batter Sukura. Arnab doesn't have much pace. He's still not built enough to bowl those searing bouncers, but he does mix it up well, the lengths.
That was too short on this occasion. Goes over the top. Fielder could stop that. Actually, just stopped dead, like it's on a golf course.
It's that heavy outfield you were talking about. It was torrential rain yesterday, and of course, still we have a playing condition that's decent. Most of these batters don't even hit along the ground anyway, so another run, but those big hits are not really coming. Last ball of this over. Foolish slower ball, just taps it down and runs through for the single. The bowler Arnab makes a hash of collecting it. He might have had a shy at the non-striker's end. That could have been interesting, but as it turned out, he couldn't. And a single for Patro. He keeps the strike. 12 for 2. After 2.
So good over from Arnab. He's been really impressive. Some good youngsters, some good talent on show. Future stars, current stars also, you never know. Time for over number 3, 12 on the board. They need to get cracking now. Can't depend on one person and one over. And that has been hit in the air. Should be stopped. And it has been stopped. They'll run 3. So just the 1 run stopped. Up to 15 they go.
Sandeep Kumar bowling this over, the third over of this innings. Begins with a short one. Top edge pull fetching 3 because it was placed well. Guru Prasad in strike. Full and wide, 2 full, and more crucially 2 wide as well. So another extra. And the score moves along to 16 for the loss of 2 wickets. And that stop edge should be taken. The bowler settles under it, takes it. Leading edge actually. That ball just held its line. And the batter had a wild swing towards the leg side, didn't connect with the middle of the bat, and the bowler takes a smart catch. And Guru Prasad has to depart. Sandeep Kumar gets his man. It's now 16 for 3. Leading edge, the bowler saying, "That's mine. I'm going to take that. Don't bother." And he does a good job.
Main man walks in. Here's Rohit. A bit of pressure on him though. Ooh, outside edge. It's gone past the fielder and should run away for 4. And that is the start they required as he comes in. Takes the score to 20 now, which means there's 24 to win. And I'm sure he's going to play a little tentative and wait for that next over where he can choose his bowler. He'll have only 2 fielders outside, and you'll get more than 50% if you score more than 10. So you've got to stay for the next few balls.
And there was a hint of intention there. When he was edging that ball, he tried to guide it through that slip cordon. So clever batting. Just 24, as you said, required. So, a couple of 9s in that challenge over and you're all set almost. So low scoring thriller this might be, or it might end pretty well for the team batting second, team 13, because if a few good hits from Rohit can actually make this easy. Let's see. Change of field. They're bringing up the man from deep mid wicket into the circle. And full outside off stump. Pushed off the middle of the bat to mid off. No runs there. Dot ball. I think the strategy is to bowl full and wide of off. That's why the leg side fielders have all been brought into the circle by the skipper. So from round the wicket, the bowler creating this angle to bowl wide of the stumps. And this time he's hit it beautifully over the infield on the offside. Brilliant timing and a 9er. What a beautiful shot that was, Liam. Brilliant timing. He didn't really hit it too hard, but he got the maximum.
Incredible from Rohit. Showing his class, showing that you don't even need to wait for those sorts of overs for him to get going. Wonderful shot. For him, you have to put your fielders outside the fence. That's pretty much it. Now 15 to win. Last ball of the third. Guides it. Will want to keep strike. They'll take a quick single. He gets there, and that is the end of the third over. It's 30, which means 14 runs only to win.
So the field was in. A beautiful lofted cover drive over extra cover got them the 9 runs, and Rohit again changing the complexion of the match, making this look easy. Do they take the challenge here and try to finish this off? Strike when the iron's hot, as they say. So, as we predicted, they've taken the challenge over and full outside off flicked away. So, Rohit is not interested in the single, and just 14 runs to get. So, couple of lusty blows, and this is over. Liam, they'll be the champions. Simple as that. Team 13 can just win it in 2 big maximum. A very warm welcome to the final presentation ceremony of the ISPL Master Franchise Tournament Eastern Zone on day 6 after a brilliant tournament that has come to an end with Team 13 emerging as the champions. First of all, in this presentation ceremony, I will call upon Ratnesh Ojha from Team ISPL to hand over the Player of the Match award from the final to Rohit Roy. Another brilliant performance. Ratnesh ji, please come, and Rohit, please collect your honor. रोहित, थोड़ी देर पहले आपसे बात हुआ था, मैन ऑफ द मैच हुए थे, फिर से मैन ऑफ द मैच, बहुत शांति से खेले, आपको पता था क्या करना है, कैसा महसूस हो रहा है अभी?
बहुत अच्छा महसूस हो रहा है सर, और जो हमारी गेम प्लानिंग थी, जो हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी थी, उस पे हम खरे उतरे और बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि हम यहाँ से फाइनल जीत के जा रहे हैं। और जितने भी फ्रेंचाइजी बेस ओपन टूर्नामेंट आईएसपीएल करा रही है, मैं चाहूँगा कि मैं सारे टूर्नामेंट्स खेलूँ जो बचे हुए हैं, और उन सभी में मैं बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करना चाहूँगा।
सपना रहेगा आईएसपीएल के मंच में जाने का?
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल कोशिश करेंगे कि ऑक्शन तक जाएँ और ऑक्शन में लोग मुझे कंसिडर करें, तो ये प्रयास तो जारी रहेगा।
And congratulations, just enjoy the moment today. Very well done. So now time for the runners up. They played real good cricket throughout this tournament, fell just short of victory, but they should all be very proud of themselves, and handing them their check for the runners up achievement is from Team ISPL itself. Sanket Burma, sir, please arrive and hand over this check to the captain of Team 4, Krishanu Paul, please. ईशानु, बहुत अच्छा टूर्नामेंट गया आपका। आज फाइनल में थोड़ा दिक्कत हुआ, क्या कहाँ पे गलती हुआ था आपको लग रहा है?
हम लोगों का जो 50-50 ओवर था, जो 50-50 ओवर था वहाँ पे थोड़ा मतलब एक छक्का आने के बाद भी लास्ट 3 बॉल डॉट हुआ, वहाँ से थोड़ा मोमेंटम लूज़ हो गया, तो लास्ट में जाके मैं भी थोड़ा थक गया था और रन नहीं हुआ, इसलिए हम लोगों का गेम ऐसा हुआ।
और ये जो आईएसपीएल की जर्नी है, आपका नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या होगा?
मेरा नेक्स्ट स्टेप होगा जहाँ पे एफिलिएटेड टूर्नामेंट होगा वहाँ पे खेलने का कोशिश करूँगा और आगे जाने का कोशिश करूँगा।
How proud are you of the boys? A grueling tournament, 6 days. You made it to the final.
बहुत अच्छे खेले हम लोगों का लड़का लोग, ये टीम लेके फाइनल खेले, यही बहुत बड़ा बात है। हार जीत रहता है, अगेंस्ट टीम बहुत अच्छा था, स्पेशली रोहित बहुत अच्छा मैंने बैटिंग बॉलिंग किया, तो वहाँ पे थोड़ा डिफरेंस हो गया।
Thank you so much, Krishanu. Congratulations to Team 4 for coming runners up in this very grueling tournament. And right now, it's the time for that big moment, the Champions Award, the big cash prize, and it will be handed over to the winners by Anup Vyas, the team manager of Tigers of Kolkata. Sir, please. And receiving the award on behalf of Team 13 is their captain Aditya Vikram. Just a chat with you. आप बाजी मार गए, इतना खुश है कि टीम बहुत केमिस्ट्री तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। अब कैसी माहौल है टीम में?
जी, माहौल तो बहुत ही अच्छी है और माहौल शुरू से ही बहुत अच्छी थी हमारी टीम की, क्योंकि पहला दिन से कभी ऐसा लगा ही नहीं कि हम लोग अलग अलग स्टेट के हैं। हमेशा एक बॉन्डिंग जो शुरू से बनी हुई थी और वही बॉन्डिंग को हम लोग कंटिन्यू किए, और जो भी प्लेयर के हमें ऐसा लग रहा था कि जी मतलब स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट है या वीक पॉइंट है, उसको हम लोग सही से यूज़ किया, और जिसकी वजह से आज रिजल्ट ये है कि आज 5 लाख का चेक मेरे हाथ में है।
और फाइनल क्वेश्चन, स्ट्रैटेजी क्या था आज फाइनल के टाइम? टीम 4 काफ़ी भारी टीम था।
स्ट्रैटेजी यही थी कि शुरुआत में जैसे मुझे बॉलिंग करना था, और हमारे जो ऐसे बॉलर थे, मतलब ऐसा स्ट्रैटेजी था कि लास्ट के जो भी डेथ ओवर हैं, तो हमारे जितने भी अच्छी बॉलर है वही रहे, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब 50-50 ओवर में गेम उनके हाथ में चले जाए। तो इसके मतलब यही हम लोग का स्ट्रैटेजी था, और जिसके वजह से सारे मैच में यही चीज़ हुआ, और हम लोग लो स्कोर हमेशा मतलब ऐसा हुआ कि टारगेट कम पे रोके, और जिसकी वजह से हम लोग का मतलब डेथ ओवर का बैटिंग बहुत ही अच्छा था। ऑलराउंडर हमारे आप देख रहे हैं, जैसे रोहित भाई हुए हैं, ये टूर्नामेंट में मतलब सिंगल हैंडली इन्होंने टूर्नामेंट को जीता है। मेहताब हुआ और शाहरुख भाई हुए, बॉलर में आप जितने भी देख लें, सब लोगों ने कमाल का प्रदर्शन किया है।
6 दिन पहले आए थे ये लोग, आपसे मिले और कितने खुश है। यही तो टीम स्पोर्ट की मज़ा है। और कितने लोगों को आप आईएसपीएल में देखते हैं इसके बाद?
मैं सबसे पहले तो मैं देखना चाहूँगा रोहित भाई को, क्योंकि कमाल के ऑलराउंडर हैं। उसके बाद जितने भी हमारे प्लेयर हैं, सब में पोटेंशियल है खेलने का। पिछले साल मैंने भी खेला था, नेक्स्ट ईयर चाहूँगा कैसे भी कंटिन्यू रखूँ। तो यही चाहूँगा, यही मेरी शुभकामनाएँ हैं और थैंक्स।
So it's time for you guys to celebrate. You earned that. Very well done. Congratulations. And so that's it from the presentation ceremony for now. We will bid you adieu from the ISPL Master Franchise Tournament Eastern Zone. Brilliant tournament. And the victors are Team 13. Next MFT will be taking place in Hyderabad. Stay tuned to the ISPL YouTube channel to catch all the action from this brilliant street ball tournament, tennis ball tournament. That's it from Kolkata, from the team. Thank you.